Hey there, welcome to the Hot Slice, the weekly podcast brought to you by Pizza Today magazine. I'm your host, Jeremy White, editor-in-chief of Pizza Today, joined today by the one, the only, Denise Greer. What's up, Denise?
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, almost afternoon. No, it's still morning. Anyway, hey.
Yeah.
Oh man, we
Well,
have so much going on. I'm so excited about. I love fall, by the way, and it's coming. It's coming.
it,
It may be 100 degrees today, but fall is on
yeah,
its way.
as we record this, it's going to be 96 degrees true temperature here just outside Louisville, Kentucky. Heat index well over 100. It's a sweltering dog day, August day, but fall is right around the corner. The Halloween candy, the big pizza holidays.
Oh man, such a busy time for pizzerias. Such a busy time.
Yes, it is. Fall's my favorite time of year. Look, you've
Oh,
got college football, NFL, you've got baseball still going on, you've got Halloween, you've got so
yeah.
many some things,
And you
and
have National Pizza Month.
bingo.
National Pizza Month is going to be so I want man, National Pizza Month is going to be huge this year. So make sure that you're promoting what you have going on for National Pizza Month and make sure that you're getting media attention for National Pizza Month. Now we're going to get on here and talk specifically about how to drive media attention pretty soon because I think it's an important subject and a lot of people don't know kind of how to do it. And with my background in public relations and things, like we have a lot of things to share and a lot of secrets that we know from
Yep.
inside of this business and from our local communities that really work. So we're going to get back on here and do that for National Pizza Month. But in the meantime, we do have the toolkit is available. If you just go to pizzatoday.com, you'll see it on the homepage right there on the top little maybe like first one down on the left. Anyway, it guides you right to the pizza kit, but it also, you can just go to pizzatoday.com/National Pizza Month. So there's my plug for National Pizza
Yeah.
Month.
The toolkit is such a valuable resource. So please, dear listener, please utilize it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the logos and the social media calendar and the graphics alone save you a huge amount of money because it's already developed for you. All you have to do is add your own personality to it.
Right. That's
So it really works. Um,
easy. Denise, what's not easy today, and you're only going to get one chance at this. Okay.
okay.
Our guest today, don't butcher his last name. You get one chance when you introduce our guest. One chance to nail it.
Um, and now see, now I'm going to mess it up. It's like, yeah, it is. But before we get into that, don't forget your surveys, people.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
uh, yes, pizzeria operators, get those surveys in because we really need your help to understand what's happening in the industry right now. And we're going to take that information and bring it back to you in a digestible way so you can see what's happening around the country in the December issue. So make sure you get your surveys in. There'll be a link in the show notes, and then there's links on pizzatoday.com as well. And George Panagopoulos, he is
Boom.
from Dedham House of Pizza. You don't know how many times I had to pronounce that in my
Yeah.
head to get there. But George is amazing, by the way. You will definitely get an education listening to this podcast because he dives into a subject that we're all a little intimidated by. I
Mhm.
think that everyone probably listening right now is intimidated by technology and what it means for our business and how we can use things like AI, and how we can use, kiosks, self-ordering kiosks and drones. And, we dive into all the technology, Jeremy. It's so fun.
Yeah. I mean, bottom line, Denise, you either run it or you let it run you. And George is ahead of the curve and making sure that he can harness it and leverage it to his benefit. And so our listeners today are in for a real treat and they're going to learn a lot.
Yeah, it says George, Denham House of Pizza there in Denham, Massachusetts. He's got a great thing going. And by the way, so you old school pizzerias, I think we're setting our ways. This is just the way we're going to be for our entire existence. Guess what? This is a business that is 50 years old.
Yep.
And he bought the business from his family. So this is an old school business that he brought right forward and into the future. So listen to this one. It's a good one.
Yeah, let's get George on.
Are you ready to elevate your bakeware game? Spokane, Washington-based Lloyd Pans is the trusted name for professionals and home chefs alike. For over 40 years, Lloyd Pans has been creating innovative food service, bakeware, and pizza pans and tools designed to deliver perfect results every time. Whether it's crispy golden pizza crusts or perfectly baked pastries, Lloyd Pans' durable, stick-resistant, and proprietary pan finishes are a game changer. Visit lloydpans.com to explore our full lineup and find your perfect pan today. Need shipping quotes or custom products? Email sales@lloydpans.com for personalized service. Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide. Calling all pizza pros, this is Big Mott's, the first ever premium mozzarella stick crafted with real whole milk mozzarella and a crispy coating packed with fresh garlic, parsley, and real Pecorino Romano cheese. We're not just a mozzarella stick. We're a national brand that partners with restaurants like yours to deliver serious flavor and unmatched quality. And we're here to support you with brand marketing, driving sales, and putting your business on the map. So if you're ready to give your menu a major upgrade, it's time to team up with Big Mott's.
George, what's it like taking over an existing pizza business that has been family owned and operated? Were there times in your life where you knew that this is absolutely what you were going to do with your life? Or were there times where you thought, I don't want anything to do with that? What went through your mind, and how did it come to be that you have made the decision to do what you're doing?
Yeah, Jeremy, thank you. That's kind of a loaded question when it comes
I
down
know.
to it. So I've been, I've been doing this my whole life. It was my father's store. My mother shortly took over after that. She was always kind of in the picture. He fell ill to Parkinson's, and I've been there since I've been 10 years old. So taking
Wow.
over has been kind of a smooth transition for me because all the incentives, all the technology, everything that the store offers today is what I've been building up towards over the last 15 years.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I was studying business finance, and I graduated in 2009, right when we had that financial crisis.
Yeah.
So I told myself I didn't really want to get into the industry, food and beverage industry, pizza industry. But I told myself I could either stick it out in finance for the next 5 or 6 years and, make a limited amount of money, or
Yeah.
I could, battle it out in the pizza shop. So that's where I ended up. And there's been days, there's been weeks, there's been years where I tell myself, hey, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do it. But any time that I feel that way, I kind of reinvent myself. I try to reinvent the wheel and make it exciting. So I could show up to the shop and say, hey, this is a new day. I have a new game plan, and let's do it.
That's awesome. Can you give us I know Denise has tons of questions. We were
No, you're good.
interview yesterday, but can you give us some specific examples or one or two ways in which you reinvented yourself? And the reason I ask is we all get stuck in a rut from time to time, whether you're an attorney, a physician, a restaurant owner, and we often have people reach out to us that just I'm burnt out. I'm in my shop 80 hours a week, and it's killing me, and I'm burnt out. We hear that refrain quite often, and I think the key is, as they say, variety is the spice of life. And if you can find a way to be self-motivated and kind of reinvent yourself or find something new to be enthusiastic about, not only does it help your business, but it helps you mentally, helps you grow personally. What are a couple things that you have done to quote unquote reinvent yourself that may aid our listeners out there who are kind of feeling the same way?
Of course. One of the big things I did is those watching will know that in this business you are a general contractor. You're a plumber, you're an electrician, you're everything you need to be to solve a problem on a busy Friday night and get the store up and running.
Mhm.
Um, so what I did when I was stuck in a rut, I said, I really need to kind of reinvent the shop in general. So I kind of contracted out a job. I I changed up the whole outside of the building. I removed the stucco. I put like a brick facade on there. I changed all my awnings up. I spent time on Photoshop personally designing my own new sign. Reinvented the logo. Printed decals to put on top of our windows and our coolers, things such as that. We did have delivery at this time, so I switched up, all the decals on the top of the delivery signs and made sure that there were always lights in there, LED lights. I took the old bulbs out. So simple things like that kept me busy, kept my imagination and my creativity kind of running. And not only did I reap the benefits of seeing the perfected product at the end of it, but it was exciting through the whole process. It was taking myself out of the pizza business and putting myself in something that felt like a different line of work, and that's where the energy came from. In most recent years, last year actually, I started to get bored. Everything was going well. My schedule was pretty good. I had a good team, but I was getting bored. I was going to work, and I said, "Hey, I need to do something else." So we started branding with our pizza boxes, our wax papers, our paper bags, things we never did before because it was,
Yeah.
a costly thing. But that was exciting too, kind of like making sure that the material that's going out to people's homes, it has our brand on it, has our QR codes on it, has a way for them to download our app and see our website. So you just gotta kind of think outside the box and make it exciting for yourself again.
Yeah. Did you see a sales increase when you did a brand refresh?
Significant.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. And
Mhm.
doing things like a brand refresh, I think about a lot of businesses that are, 20, 25, 35, and 50 years.
Mhm.
Your
Yeah.
your business is over 50 years old, and it's easy to get complacent or stagnant or say, hey, we've been doing this since the beginning and we're not going to change and we're not going to we're keeping everything the old school. And the one thing that I wanted to ask you about is because I saw that you have added quite a bit of new tech. You've added a lot of technology into the business. I was really impressed that you have self-ordering kiosks and things like that. Tell me about kind of where this drive to add those technologies and what technologies you've added and how's it going with it?
Yeah, so that was really exciting for me. That was another time where I felt kind of stagnant and I needed to do something to grow. I needed to do something to change and to excite myself. So what I did is and I kind of the underlying decision to do this was also to kind of make my job easier, right? We have cashiers in the front. We have our regular registers, yeah, as most people do. And we all have bad days. I just want to make sure that the customer has the best experience when coming into the shop. So, the computer in a kiosk will rarely make a mistake. It will never forget to upsell you, and it's not going to give you a weird look when you're coming into the store. So that was kind of my reason for putting that up there. Um, I'd like to make my store, Dedham House of Pizza, within the next 3 years, pretty much an AI-driven pizzeria. My
Wow.
goal is to, I'll get into this, but in one capacity, another, eliminate all phone calls for coming into the store, and everything would have to be over the web. Through the kiosks when you walk in the store, through mobile ordering, through online ordering, through third parties, and an AI answering system, which I'm in the process of developing with a friend right now. But the kiosks were really excited. I cut out pizza boxes to the size of the screen that I wanted to, and I made like a makeshift area of like where I wanted to put them. I worked a lot with our point of sale computer company and helping me figure out the logistics behind it. I bought a camera and a tent with lights inside of it, and slowly but surely photographed all of our food for pictures on the kiosks. And it's a very user-friendly experience. I've
Mm.
gone to other restaurants, like I've tried them at McDonald's, at Panera, at other places like that. And, although they're all right, I believe that the user interface that I have at the ones in my shop is incredible. When we put the kiosks in, I was like, is this going to work? Is it not going to work? People are like, oh, the older generation is not going to use it. The younger generation will. It turns out that more of the older generation has been using this than the young kids. Young kids are coming in and
That's,
ordering right with us. So it's a little
Wow.
bit different. Yeah.
I
What,
love
what
that.
orders are coming through the telephone right now? You say you're looking to get rid of the old school calls. Right now, today, is it 10%, 30%, 80%? What's going on with that?
Yeah. So all of our online ordering, like I like to call it, and I include my kiosks in that as well. Anything digital ordering
Yep.
is about 60%. So about I'd say 30% of that is phone calls, and then the other 10% is, walk-in business.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
It's
That's
not in
awesome.
by any means.
No, no.
Well, that's
So
amazing.
yeah, we're doing roughly around on average, I'd say like 150 phone calls to 200 phone calls a day. And that's another thing that's kind of tough, right? Training people and making sure that the customer has a positive experience at the front counter.
Mhm.
Um, and we're mainly dealing with younger kids, high school kids, kids on break from college,
Yep.
even some older folk who are there working the registers. And it's I want the customer to feel welcome when they come in the store. I want them to feel like they had a great experience, because I go to so many restaurants, so many fast food establishments, and as a restaurant owner, I maybe it's because I'm very picky, but I leave with not such a great experience at many places
Yeah.
that I go to. So I said I want my customers to have a great experience. So I know there's a lot of AI answering systems out there.
Hmm.
I've tried a bunch of them. I call pizzerias all over the nation. I place an order and then I say, hey, cancel my order, just to see how the AI software is working. And it's not there yet. I thought
Yeah.
it would be there yet, but it's not. So I'm in the process with a friend of mine of developing a an AI software. I could send you guys the demo after this. It's
Awesome.
That'd be great.
really cool. It's really cool. So we're working out. It understands everything you're saying. It's not irritating. I've tried to do like a test sample with all sorts of different generations. It understands allergies. The one thing we're trying to figure out now is logistics of credit card processing through the AI, speaking your credit
Okay.
card to that.
Okay.
So that's where we're stuck right now.
What with the AI, because I'm very intrigued by AI. Of course,
Yeah.
everyone is testing AI right now to find out what its limitations are. As far as the ones you had tested, where were there voids that you're trying to correct in developing your own system? Like where were there failures?
Their failures, I guess, were so there's different GTPs that you could use
Hmm.
to kind of build your platform. So it very may well be that they were on an older one. However, the flaws that I'm seeing is if I'm pausing, right? I'd say, let me have a large half pepperoni, and it will interrupt you. So you want a large half pepperoni. So what
Mm,
we're trying to develop is something where it understands that let the customer think, let the customer
Yeah.
finish speaking. And we do get a lot of people too calling, hey, this is John Smith. Oh, my kids are getting out of school today around 3:30, and I was thinking of ordering them a pizza. We get a whole story before they order, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So the AI knows to kind of eliminate that. Okay, John, we understand your kids are getting out of school and they're going to be hungry. We're ready to take your order. It's truly
Yeah.
impressive that it could do it, but you have to teach it to do that. You have to
Yeah.
prompt it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of all those things, because when we transition to this, I want my customers, like I said, keep saying, to have a great experience, not to say, oh, another computer I got to call. And yeah.
Yeah, I they can be frustrating. Any chatbots that I've worked with, they've definitely been frustrating. So I'll be excited to learn about how your chatbot is gonna change and revolutionize the way that you do business. Is it now with developing that, the thing that I'm always curious about, especially with any new, whether it's the self-ordering kiosk, the AI, really anything, is the integration with what you already have going so that you can do your KPIs and your metrics. How is the integration working with the systems you already have and how you're developing new systems?
Right. That's a great question. So I'm very lucky as I got into the point of sale company which I use. I've been with them from the beginning. I haven't switched. And they're very innovative. And not to mention their headquarters is 10 minutes down the street from my pizzeria. So
There you go. That works.
That
I'm
doesn't
always
hurt.
what's that?
That doesn't hurt. You can be a
No.
pig, a test pilot. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure you know about every new um, trick in the book before anyone else.
Yeah, and I've become very friendly with them, and I go down there, and I chat with them. I'm frequently in their office. I'm telling them, kind of what the issues that I'm facing as an operator are, and they listen. There's a lot of people who say, "Oh, yeah, yeah, we'll take care of that," but these folks actually listen. So regarding syncing everything up and making sure that my kiosks are speaking with the computer system directly and whatnot. They were a very integral part of helping me set up these kiosks.
Yeah,
So when I presented the idea, it was kind of a thought for them at the moment, and they kind of used us, I think, as like a beta store to
Nice.
get it up and running. So he was one of the owners was in there helping me, telling me how I should design the table that we're going to place the kiosks at, where we're going to keep the equipment and the hardware, how we're going to wire
Mhm.
everything. So I was lucky in that sense that I had some assistance from the POS company and making this happen because they knew if they could make it happen for me, right, and it could be successful, that they could bring it to their 65,000 other customers other pizzerias that they manage. Well,
Ab-
that, you know.
your
Um,
success leads to their success, no
of
doubt.
course, of course. And I'm still perfecting it. It's been 3 years, and I find little minor things as customers are using it. They say, "Oh, hey, I can't see this or that." So, I call tech support. I have my guy there, and I get on the phone with them, and I say, "Hey, this is the difficulty that we're facing right now. Let's make it happen." And they're very prompt in making corrections. As for the AI ordering system integration, it's going to be really no different than how pizzerias are integrating third parties
Mhm.
to
Okay.
sync to their POS system.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people out there they still have all their tablets and all their computers and the things dinging off. DoorDash is going, Uber's going, but we use the third-party software that integrates it directly into our computer
Mhm.
system. So I don't
No,
have to put together any sort of different financials. I could get rid of all that counter space that all those screens and printers are on, and it makes my job a lot easier. So we have to connect to the back end of the API and connect the AI to the API through the API, and from there we'll be able to map the inscription of the customer's voice to the product that's inside in the POS.
yeah. Now, George, do you have an IT background? Did you study information technology and systems in college, or is it just something that you've personally taken an interest in, just like someone else may take an interest in golf or automobiles? Because you're very savvy in this regard.
Yeah, no, I have no background in IT, but when I was growing up, we didn't computers were a new thing, right? So we had
Yeah,
like our first computer when we were 13, 14 years old. So I was always intrigued by it. I was always intrigued by the technology. I was always waiting for the next thing, and I think I was really forward thinking and saying, "Hey, when are we going to get rid of this huge desktop computer? When are we going to have a thinner screen? When are we going to be able to do this, that, or the other?" So I was always thinking ahead, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what I have been doing in the pizza industry.
That's
And
awesome.
they say they say it's a young person's game, right? But I'm not that young anymore, and I hope to be here when this stuff starts really getting perfected and is in use.
Well, that's the thing. It's having that passion for always advancing and always growing. The thing I would ask you is, I look at independent pizzerias, especially small independent pizzerias, and especially those that feel like some of the tech is just out of reach. What do you have, like, what kind of encouragement or advice could you give those folks to say, hey, that this high tech is available for the small independents?
Yeah, so I was thinking about this conversation that we were going to have previous to today,
Yeah.
and I don't think we're really high tech yet, right? The
Yeah.
the technology is there, the thoughts, the innovation, and the desire is there, but we're not there yet. So
Hmm.
I'll watch these videos on YouTube of a machine flipping burgers. But that's all it's capable of doing. It's not
Yeah.
chopping up steak and cheese and putting cheese slices on the burgers and cutting pieces of grilled chicken, right? So that's what I'd like to see as an operator.
Yeah.
For me to purchase a machine that costs what thousands of dollars to flip a burger just doesn't make sense in my location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Even when it comes to like the dough rounders, you throw the dough in there, they come out rounded. For me, I could fold a dough ball quicker than that machine can do it. But I
Hmm.
know it's about convenience, but I believe that the technology is there. We're in its inception. Even some people may think that we're past that. I don't think we are. So I would tell those people patience and also pressure. I think we need to start applying pressure, just like I do sometimes to my point of sale company, to these people that we know, saying, "Hey, we really need you guys to step it up. What can we do as operators to give you feedback so we could get to the next technological stage?"
Hmm.
Something, Denise, that I'm very interested in. I went to Texas for the first time for a bachelor party last year. I went to Austin, Texas,
Hmm.
and I'm sitting down in an outdoor restaurant. I'm seeing all these autonomous delivery drones
Yeah.
Yeah.
drive by me, and they're stopping at the red light in the middle of the street. They're putting blinkers on,
Uh-huh.
uh, and I said, "Why can't we have this in Massachusetts? Like, what's going on down here?" That would help me so much. So it
Yeah.
got me thinking, and I try to always look at what major corporations and such as Domino's is doing because they're really the
Hmm.
kind of innovators of technology. And I want to learn more about it. I want to look into, self-driving vehicles
Hmm.
that could travel 30 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour in a bike lane, deliver in a proximity of 2 miles, come back to the back alley in my pizzeria, hop on a charger,
Yeah.
and things like that. That would be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I've seen that at my alma mater university. Like they have they're like this big, they're
Hmm.
only, maybe 2 feet by
Yeah.
like 3 feet, and they just scoot along, and they have little flags on the top, and they're going down the sidewalk, and they're delivering to the dorms. Like they're delivering
Incredible.
pizza, they're delivering Chinese food, they're delivering anything you can imagine. And that's part of, like, in that culture, it's easy because it's a walkable culture, is to be able to drive those. I can't wait to see how those will apply in cities and in town
Hmm.
environments.
Absolutely. That's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be.
First one I ever saw was about 2 years ago. It was on the campus of Purdue University, which is
Hmm.
in Indiana. Now, George, you're in Massachusetts. MIT is a kind of a smart kid technology school, so I'm sure that this technology exists in your state. No doubt, and maybe you can be one of the first ones to really bring it to market in your area. And as you know, first to market is always a huge advantage.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious about, do you also take the technological approach to your kitchen with smart appliances, or any kind of automation in your kitchen area?
That's also another great question, which I do. So as for kind of high efficiency and sustainable equipment, I believe that my industry isn't quite there yet. They
Yeah,
are selling commercial fridges and freezers at a little bit more on the high efficient side, and when the ones that I have are on their way out, I do try to replace them with more of a high efficient
yeah,
fridge, freezer, piece of equipment, battery backups. But what I use in the pizzeria that helps me is Alexa.
Hmm.
So it's incredible. Right. At first it was annoying. So I set up little Echo Dots and Echo shows around the pizza place. And I have a lot of people who are Spanish speaking individuals. And I can get by with kitchen Spanish. I've been doing it for a long time. But if I'm really trying to explain something,
Hmm.
I use Google Translate as well. So I'll speak to
Yeah.
the phone. Sometimes I'll print it out or I hand my phone around. This is kind of like on the go, not at our employee meeting. But Alexa I have reminders throughout the day. Hey, now would be a good time to turn the TVs on and the radio on. We have a football game starting at 2 o'clock. Now is a good time to prepare your station for tomorrow. Let's make sure everything's nice and full for the shift in the morning. Hey, now's a
Hmm.
good time to start washing the romaine lettuce, making sure that our Alfredo sauce is full.
Yeah.
Now's a good time to start cooking chicken. So I identify the hours that we're a little slow, and I try to send those prompts out in different languages from Alexa. So I don't always have to be the micromanager per se, even though it is kind of a little bit of micromanaging, but you're not hearing it from your boss all the time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
and just like in any business, right? Whether it's sports, whether it's food and beverage, repetition and kind of like muscle memory is what you need to be successful. So at first, like I said, it was a little annoying hearing all these prompts all day from Alexa, but it becomes repetitive and you kind of phase it out and you say, hey, it's like muscle memory. Now's the time that we have to do this.
Yeah. Wow.
To me,
That
George is going
works.
alias. I think his last name is actually Jetson, and
It is. Okay, so we'll close out on this question because we've had you on here for a while. I know that you're looking to become the first AI pizzeria. What what do you see as like your next step forward in the business? You've now taken it over as the sole owner, and you're moving it forward. What's next?
Well, there's a couple things that are next, but I think the main thing that I need to focus on to make this happen is education to my customers.
Hmm.
Um, I want to I need to find a way to be able to slowly transition this into the store and educate them along the way.
Hmm.
That it's not as hard as you think it is. It's not as scary as you think it is. We're going to make this easy. And at any point in time, you could always ask to speak to a representative, and we will always have someone on staff to help you and to be a smiling face if you don't want to use tech. As for the future as well, I'm always open for other opportunities. I have another concept in food and beverage that I'd like to pursue, but I'm not ready to do that. Considering I am only one person, I'm the operator, I'm manager, I'm
Yeah.
the all of it. So as soon as I get smoother operations in my high traffic location where I am now, I can focus on that next endeavor.
Well, we are super impressed with what you're doing. It's exciting, and I hope you keep us posted. And the minute you roll out some of that big stuff, make sure you send us a video. We want to see it in action.
Absolutely.
George,
Sounds good.
thank you very much for your time. It was a true pleasure. I loved hearing about what you're up to. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you guys.
All
Take
right,
care.
excellent. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.